So I do have something really cool to talk about. So I watched this channel on YouTube, and it's like about fucking training and stuff. And they basically like summarize studies and just make them into like infographics on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the topic was knowing your program leads to better gains. So
Okay.
sorry, knowing your program is personalized
Right.
leads to better gains.
Okay. Just
So-
a buy-in.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, if I put the same program out and I was like, this is a program from our training app.
Yep.
That anyone can do.
Yep.
And then I go and took the same program and I said, Ben,
This is just for you.
I've made this program just for you with your goals for you to get swole. Have at it.
Yeah.
You will get better results because of that discussion
Yeah.
than,
That makes 100% sense.
yeah. So
That's crazy.
both, yeah. So apparently the mental approach to the session was better. So that person was able to like push themselves harder.
Yeah.
The progressive overload was there. Like the way they approach things, most likely outside of the gym, was better than
Yeah.
someone who's just like, oh, I just got the cookie
generic.
cutter approach. So then I thought about it, and I was like, it makes so much sense then to just do that quick overview of like, here's your program,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing and why.
Yep.
So that they're like, oh, okay, like
Mm.
this phase is for this.
Yep.
Like if you're doing a lower body, like hamstring, glute
Yep.
specific kind of cycle for your clients or a course. You know why I don't like saying cycle now?
Yeah.
Brod says this. He goes, a cycle is when you start and come back. It's like where a course is where you start and finish. Isn't that cool?
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of because
Yeah.
it means you're going to go back to where you were when you first started. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you like the goal is to be weak and then go back to be strong. Being strong, go back to being weak.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you do that and then you're like, these are the exercises, this is the split, this is how it's going to be done. I've made this for you. This is exactly what we're doing right now.
Yep.
It's like, how does that person show up? Obviously,
Yeah.
I mean, this is only one cherry picked
Yep.
study, but I thought it was a cool thing to talk about because like even like just the power of the mind. And then I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and apparently this is how heavily a placebo effect can work. So they did this study where they gave two different groups the same program and controlled the same training environment, but they gave one group these pills and they were like, these are steroids.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on steroids.
Yes.
Yeah. And this group's not.
Yeah.
And so they were sad and they were happy. And they weren't. They were fake. They were just
Yeah.
sugar or whatever. And they got significantly more gains just from thinking
Yeah.
that they were on it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well,
Placebo is not a placebo if it works.
and how about all those supplements that you buy
The test boosters
and you're like, I'm going to give this everything I have.
Yeah.
So then it's like, is it just the fact that you took the thing
Yeah.
that makes you get the better results because you do everything?
You were saying last week, right? We're talking about the blood sugar thing.
Yeah. Well,
And you were like, well, it's just a way to get,
people to do
if
shit.
people control their blood sugar,
Yeah.
they'll likely eat in a deficit.
Hmm.
So it's just a way to get people to be like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
give
Just
my
chuck
hate
a
to
little
it.
bit of, what was it, Tribulus?
Yeah.
Just chuck a bit of Tribulus in it. It'll be all
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So there you go. I thought that was amazing. So then
I think BSC one has one called T-ball.
Yeah, T-Bowl. Yeah, that's
My
really cool.
client's like, so I've like used like, what do you think about like tests and stuff? I'm like, where are we going with
It's
this?
amazing.
Where are we going with this?
If you
Talk to
don't,
What, like-
how old are you first?
and I was like, before I open this, what do you mean? What have you done?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I took this T-ball, and I was like, I've never fucking heard of that.
Yeah. Well, there's one called, isn't it like Turnabol or something?
Yeah,
like
I
that's an
think so.
actual steroid.
Yeah. So I Googled it, and it came up as this BSC test booster, and I was like, oh, bro, this is like a multivitamin. Like, you're going to have that in your like. Sorry.
Wow, jeez, you and I have very different conversations with our clients by the sound of it. It's like, is 2 grams a week too much?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh shit. So what made me also think about the value of this is like the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
So not the flip side of like not knowing your program's personalized to you, but just like the limitations that you'll put on yourself just from what you say and think.
Yep.
And like I'm like the most guilty of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, got the shittest genetics, like got 1 out of the 5 characteristics, which is the height.
Yeah.
Like, just things that you say.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, what's that doing to your potential?
Well, this is the growth mindset stuff, right?
Yeah. It's like, what is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, it is. It's just highlighted in a way. Well, it's highlighted in a way that kind of hides under the covers, though.
Yeah.
Because you can sit there and go, like, if I have a program, if I have a plan, if I set all these things up, I just have to believe I can do it.
Yeah.
And you can kind of still operate under like a growth mindset, but still along the way be like, but you're not really going to be the best at this.
Yeah.
You're not really going to.
So that's, in therapy language, that's called a blind spot.
Yeah. Jeez, that's very cheap. That's very cheap of me to find out here. But yeah, just imagine like what. So then I was like, well, how much fucking progress have I lost?
Yeah.
Referencing the 0.1% and going, if I'm not going to be the 0.1, like, should I just not go all in all the time?
Yeah. So basically what you're hearing, ladies and gentlemen, over the last month is Jason slowly convincing himself that he's going to compete next year. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have. The business will be okay. We'll be fine. His wife's already said yes. He's got a tick from the boss.
We'll see. I'm got to get down to 86 kilos.
Matt's
first.
just messaged you. He's just heard that and messaged you. It's already happened.
I'm choking. I'm dying.
We've made him nervous. It's taken 350 episodes and we've made him nervous.
I'm natty and I feel like my blood pressure's through the roof and my face is red raw. So,
but coming back to the point, like doing the personalized programming thing, imagine even just like the little, thinking more for a person listening, the little like, I don't like this exercise. And the little like,
I hate this movement.
I don't really like that. I don't really want to do that or whatever. Like if you don't have the, I'm doing this because the expert that I trust, that I have buy-in and that I've assigned to be responsible for this task has given me, behind that, you don't apply. Absolutely.
Even like if you look at, like we talked about, like the weak muscle group theory.
Yeah.
It's like all the muscle groups that you have that are like small and underdeveloped, like I'm going to go and say most of you hate doing those.
Yeah.
Like I used to say like, oh, I hate training arms.
Yeah.
It's just flexion and extension at the elbow. Yeah. Fucking arms are small.
Yeah.
Like it
Surprise.
makes, that's it. It's like just that blind spot is messing with how you approach everything.
Yeah.
It's like it's at the end of the workout. It's like, I'll just do some arms at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you want bigger arms. They should be at the start of your fucking session.
Yeah.
And you should be approaching those with 100% focus.
Yeah.
Because that's the weakness that you have right now.
Yeah.
So you need to lean on setting everything else up to be perfect in order for you to maximize the stimulus for that.
Yeah.
But you don't do that. You lean on the things that you're better at. So you're like, oh, I'll train my massive back that's super strong at the start of my pull session. And then I'll do my biceps at the end, which are terrible. And I'll give myself no conscious thought on how to approach it.
Because I can train my back autonomously because I'm good at it. And it's favorable to my anatomy.
Yeah. And you just play that out in your head. You're like, this is good and fun, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But this is shit, so I'm not going to do it. It's like, that's not going to work, man.
Yeah. I've got, I'm so excited for comp coming up. Like my girls have just started their singles. And I'm every week, in the check-in, it's like fucking volume PR, predicted my own PR, this PR. I'm like, fuck, all right, we're on. All of them are up.
Let's fucking go.
So one of my girls in particular just had no lats when I started coaching her.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty typical. There's a lot of powerlifting coaches that are like, I
Yeah,
really
don't
care
do
about your
back. Yeah.
Yeah, even I think Juggernaut are like,
Yeah.
back volumes or whatever. So I gave her this like single arm cable row, and fucking she was just like, I hate this, man.
Yeah.
Like I reckon 2-3 times she's like, I hate this. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
But have a look at this in your deadlift. This is what happened. Now her back posted a video during the week. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Fuck, let's go.
And it's that. It's just like she would have never done that exercise. To eyeball her and say, you need this. This is the weakness that you have, and if you do, like it probably could have been a few different exercises, but I'm like, I know this one will work.
Yeah, yeah.
If you do this and do it well for an extended period of time, it will help.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think this week she's got 8 weeks to go. She was within a couple of kilos of her PB. It's like, okay, there it is. Yeah. So 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if you find it writing your own programs. Like that's the thing that I always question the most. It's just like, am I cheat coding this?
Yeah.
For what I like, or am I actually doing the thing that I need to do?
Yeah.
For my goal.
I will pick what I need, but I'll, in that category, move to what I like.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I hate training adductors.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Hurts. Fucking hurts, man. Like you're doing the splits with some weights, and stretching the inner of your legs hurts, man.
Uh-huh.
And then trying to squeeze the watermelon hurts.
Yeah.
But it's like if there was another adductor exercise that someone said, like, why don't you do a long strided lunge where you step slightly outwards? I'm like, that's a no from me, dog. It's a no from me. Yeah, so it's like, I'll do it, but I'll pick the movement I like within the
parameters,
the pursuit.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it's probably like if you had someone governing your decisions, they're just going to be like,
no, you're doing a long stride lunge. Son.
Absolutely, or you're doing both, bro.
Yeah, too bad.
Because yours need a little work. Yeah. So yeah, like that's if and when the time comes where I make a decision.
Yeah.
I'll have to outsource and just accept that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think rationalizing is good.
Yeah.
I think understanding is important.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like you said, those layers of just like the stories you tell yourself.
Yeah. And the stories that, like, I'm not using this as like a cop out for people to be like, oh, I need a coach and I need to, but even if you're second guessing what you're doing week to week.
Yeah.
And, because you're following something that you watch someone else do online, which is totally fine. But think about what the voice is in your head of like, is this really going to work for me? Is my training split? Is this training style? Like all of those things are most likely leaving gains on the table if you're thinking that way.
Yeah. It also leads to data too.
Absolutely.
Like stacking the proof of, like we said, the app. It's like, hey, you've never done this much volume on this exercise or whatever. Like your measurements have changed, or how many times do you have someone like, I feel like nothing's happening?
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah,
you're losing 0.5 centimeter a week.
Yeah. There's so much of that, like what is actually happening and what you think is happening. Like you can't prove most of the time what you think is happening.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you were in a controlled laboratory environment, you're going to be able to go, well, you had more actinomycin and cross-bridging. You had, more fucking contractile tissue and have less body fat.
Yeah.
Like you'll be able to go, this is the sum of your effort for the week.
Yeah.
But because we can't prove that, because everyone's not elaborate and we don't have those controlled environments, they have to lean on the feel part.
Yeah.
And sometimes, again, how we think about doing stupid shit to appease the people. That's where sometimes I think people lean on doing those things like the finishes and the like
the feelings,
the rubber, the rower, like the fast roll at the end of the session, you make them huff and puff, like because that leans into that subjective feel for them.
Yeah,
and we know if the rest of the plan is
solid,
in a controlled laboratory environment, we could prove it.
Yeah.
So if we do that and then just give some of them people the feel, because if they're not fully bought in, like you got to blend the veggies in with the pasta sauce a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's where you have to change or pivot your approach based on the person that's in front of you.
Yeah.
So if you have like a newer client, maybe you got to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to do a finisher at the end of the session. It's like, hey, just do as many fucking Smith machine hip thrusts as you can.
Yeah.
You know, with 50% of your body weight.
Yeah,
Like, it's probably a
until you
stupid
can't- until
example,
you
but
can't sit
it's
down.
probably a stupid example. Maybe push-ups. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Where, like, later on down the line, once they get the buy-in, the program's the program.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, I can't control... I don't know exactly how much progress I made this week, but I'm controlling what I know matters, and I trust Ben or Jason or whoever my coach is, and I know that I'm going to get to the destination if I just show up.
Yeah. And I think that trust is built by being able to bring up evidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's progress in performance. Like you said, you can't do the lab thing. It's like, what can we... It's a stack your proof, right? It's like, cool. So if the weeks you actually ate all the food you were supposed to eat, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And the weeks that you trained really hard, this is what happened. And the blocks that you did, and the program that you did, and the prep that you did, and whatever, where you put the pieces together, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And last time when I said, I think we should do this, and we did it, this happened.
Absolutely.
So that stack of proof all the way through, you stop like having that doubt.
Yeah, and the start of all that comes from lining up what needs to be done for the destination.
Yeah.
So you just look at, like, what's it going to take to win the day, and what's it going to take for this day to be a success in relation to your goals.
Yep.
Hit your steps, do your cardio, go to progressively overload your weight training program.
Yep.
Hit your macros, get enough sleep, do whatever else you have to do. You line those up, and then again, it's like, okay, well, when I do all of these things, like you just said,
magic happens.
You're at your best.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you don't need to just throw in a little bit of tired work or pump work at the end to appease that person because they just know now.
Yeah, and it's so interesting looking at my progress. I kind of only stopped last week because I was like, fuck, I can't train. And just was like looking at old photos and stuff, and like looking at the photo shoot. The way I was bought into the photo shoot last year, feels wise, way higher than this year.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this could be my last chance to really have a crack at this. Like,
do you reckon that was like baby was coming?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I was like, I'm like, I might not be able to do this again.
Yeah.
To the level that I can right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And like, the transformation was okay.
Yeah.
But like, I look at the last 7 months, and it's literally just been, I have to dot the I and cross the T. That's it. Every single day, do the thing. Every single day, do the thing. Every single day, do the thing. There was I was like, I don't really care about the photo shoot that much.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'm going to be the fattest and smallest at the same time because all your clients are monsters. It's just like,
I'll probably be the smallest. It's going to this, right?
So it's like, it's fine. I'll still work towards it because I'll have a goal, but so much more micro focused of just like, this sets up my day, this sets up my day, this sets up my day. I want to win. I want to feel competent. I want to win. I want to feel competent.
Yeah.
Just bang, 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 bang. And then I was like, this is the best I've ever looked.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, again, coming back away from all of the noise, just like, what do I need to do right now to get the thing to happen?
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.